Oxytocin, meaning quick birth in Greek, is a 9 amino acid molecule. It's also referred to as a nonopeptide.
It is formed predominantly within the hypothalamic paraventricular and supraoptic nuclei. With the aid of stimulus, such as a baby suckling or a type of stressor, oxytocin neurons are projected from the posterior pituitary into the systemic circulation. However, oxytocin is not endemic to the brain but can also be synthesized in the uterus, placenta, amnion, corpus luteum, testes, and the heart.
Oxytocin works closely with a neuropeptide called vasopressin. Unlike oxytocin, vasopressin promotes arousal and vigilance. Their structures are very much alike apart from 2 differing amino acids.
Oxytocin is released into the blood via the posterior pituitary gland where it binds to its G protein coupled receptors throughout the body. These oxytocin peptides bind to their receptors on the plasma membrane of the target cell as they are water-soluble and do not dissolve in lipids. This in turn produces action potentials which are mediated by the oxytocin receptor. Oxytocin is made up of 43 carbon atoms, 66 hydrogen, 12 nitrogen, 12 oxygen, and 2 sulfur atoms. It is a covalent compound that consists of peptide linkages, hydrogen bonds, and disulfide bonds that contains a total of 14 double bonds. Each amino acid that forms oxytocin contains a central carbon atom which is covalently linked to an amine group, carboxylic acid group, and a side chain. Each amino acid's difference lies in their side chain. The peptide linkages occur when the hydroxyl part of the carboxyl group of one amino acid molecule reacts with the hydrogen of the amine group of another amino acid molecule, forming a water molecule. The 2 amino acids are then linked via the nitrogen atom. The 9 amino acids that create oxytocin are proline, leucine, tyrosine, asparagine, glutamine, glycine, isoleucine, and 2-cysteine. So, how does this structure work? Well, oxytocin's structure contains a cyclic component and a linear tripeptide section. It's believed the cyclic component of the oxytocin molecule is more important in the binding with the G protein coupled receptor than its linear tripeptide tail. The G protein coupled receptor is a 7-transmembrane domain receptor. The oxytocin molecule binds to this receptor with the tripeptide tail binding to the first extracellular loop and the cyclic component binding to the second extracellular loop.
Oxytocin is essential for the existence of mammals. As a mother to a 6-month-old boy, oxytocin is very important to me. It enables the birth processes and protects the fetal nervous system during childbirth.
Oxytocin release postpartum encourages maternal instincts to kick in and promotes lactation, which in turn assists in the intellectual development of infants.
However, oxytocin's amazing abilities is not restricted to mothers and pregnant women. It's known to decrease fear and anxiety and increase tolerance, which is probably the main reason it's so important to me. It also assists in social memory, bonding, and attachment.